Now, there have been a lot of losses for the resistance over the last year when you are out of power in every branch of government, but I think possibly the most significant victory was beating back the repeal of Obamacare, and that is thanks to so many people in this room and across the nation that recognize the importance of health care. With that in mind, we originally had Sarah Rogers scheduled to speak on this topic. Shelia Rosenthal, thank you for stepping up today. Shelia, on health care.
My name is Shelia Rosenthal, and I'm part of Greater Lafayette Progressive and the Lafayette Area Peace Coalition. Greater Lafayette Progressive has been concerned about health care for some time. With its faults, we support and continue to support the Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare, and have been part of trying to support it and make it better. And we have shown a video called Fix It, and we have some information on a table about it that was made to show the effect of healthcare in our country on small businesses and how small business owners suffer from having to provide, because of the cost of providing healthcare to their workers. And we invite you to pick up some information at our table about that. So Sarah couldn't be here, and I will read what she wrote to present today. In January of 2017, the Republican-controlled Congress voted in their intention to dismantle the Affordable Care Act, CHIP, and make severe cuts to Medicaid. They attempted to do this to the Affordable Care Act several times and failed, in great part due to our pressure on our representatives and senators. However, they also failed to pass funding for continuing the CHIP program, which will run out in March. In the tax bill that passed in December and repealed the individual mandate to the Affordable Care Act, the tax bill also set the stage for stark cuts to be coming to Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security due to massive increases to our deficit. The GOP has made it clear that that's their intention. What does this mean? As of this month, 2 million children in the United States do not have health insurance. As of midnight tonight, if the government shuts down without extending funding, 9 million children will be without insurance. An estimated 5 million fewer people will be able to get Medicaid. An estimated $25 billion will be cut from Medicare, meaning that poorer elderly people will not be able to get the care they need. In addition, the bill cuts spending for research and rare disease treatments. Other effects include destabilizing the insurance market, making premiums on Medicaid, Medicare, and private insurance high enough to price middle-class families out. Many hospitals, medical care providers will lose income and have to close their doors, particularly in rural areas in our state and other states. As an accountant and economist, which Sarah is, she says she could go on about the effects on the American workforce and the economy at large. What is happening now and the future effects are chilling. However, the numbers seem impersonal and cold, which is why so many of our lawmakers and our president can distance themselves from the human costs of their actions. Which is where it becomes personal for Sarah. She has a daughter that's been fighting cancer since 2011. She was uninsured when she was diagnosed, had the ACA not passed, and had provisions that required someone to insure her, she would have been denied potentially life-saving treatments, as well as prescription drugs, home health care, and other things that were required to keep her alive. After the first few months, her chances for surviving through the end of the year dropped to 0 without treatments that would have been denied to her without insurance. The cold numbers would murder her, as they have hundreds of other children prior to 2011. Patty will turn 19 years old next month. She continues in treatment made possible only because of CHIP and now Medicaid. The loss of CHIP affects thousands of children being treated for cancer and other lethal diseases. The GOP is murdering these children. How many of you rely on CHIP for your children, Medicaid or Medicare, or the Affordable Care Act marketplace for your own health care? How many of you will die without medical care? While calling and writing to congresspersons has made a difference, more needs to be done. Let's show how personal this is to make them see beyond the numbers. Do send letters, but include photos of yourself and loved ones who will die without insurance and proper medical care. Let's show them in pictures who is affected. Additionally, let's create a phrase we can use on social media to show how many of us will be killed if something is not done soon. Post hashtag, the GOP will kill me if you or someone you love will die. Make sure you include photos. Put faces to those numbers. Let everyone know that our blood is on their hands. Most of all, hold them accountable at the polls this year. Vote in people who actually care about us and our children, who are more interested in the lives of everyone and not just the wealthy and the powerful. And I'll just make a quick announcement for Sadie. The NAACP will be holding their legislative day at the State House on Monday, January 28th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And Sadie invites all of us to attend with them. Thank you.